What is up, y'all? I just started to shuffle. Half the deck flew out. True love jumped out first. So welcome to the reading. I guess we're doing it already. This is the romance of a lifetime. So fasten your seatbelts, folks, if you know what I mean. Yeah, welcome to the week. We are just checking in to see what we need to know for our love lives for the week ahead. We are in the final couple of days of Sukkot, which is our third week of the high holidays, if you're not counting the month of preparation beforehand. And yeah, where are we at now? We're getting, okay, so we've cleaned the slate, we've gotten our atonement, we've downloaded our new soul with all our new soul wiring and infrastructure, and now we're getting juiced up through Sukkot. So each day we kind of have these challenging moments, and we meet those challenges by, observing the triggers, pausing, trying to go against our default settings and trying to choose with free will, maybe something more in alignment with the higher self. And it's been hard. It's been tiring. It's been rigorous. I know, me too. I'm exhausted. I just, today, I was so tired, from just working, and then doing the deep emotional work, and then ritualing for the high holidays, and it just a continuous cycle. And there's just all kinds of other variables thrown into. And somehow, I don't know, I think it was a demon. I blame a demon. With my own hand, I stubbed my finger into my face, and my newly clipped fingernail dug into my lip and took a chunk of flesh out of it. So I punched myself in the lip and cut myself, and it burns. It's burned all day. So here we are. But true love's on the way, so here's hoping. Yeah, very tired, slap happy, obviously. So yeah, we're rounding out Sukkot, and if we can keep getting through these challenges and elevating, with a sense of joy and gladness, this is even better, because the point is that you're supposed to really value even the challenges. The Sukkot that you sit under is supposed to be constructed of the refuse, the garbage, nothing special, because the point is that God does not make garbage, and that God is within all things. And so in him we live and move and have our being. So we are under the veil of the comfort and the protection and shelter of our certainty, of our faith in the Creator. So even in those dark times, even in the midst of challenge, if we could really appreciate it, just be laugh through it, instead of getting, falling into despair, resigning ourselves to give up, or to just snap, or reach for the body consciousness to instant gratification, or, to numb or avoid, right? And instead build the vessel, do what the thing that really pushes you to evolve and transcend. So in doing this, we are going forward in this big timeline jump that we've been sort of anticipating for the last 2 years. 2022, we cleared the grounds to make way for the laying of a new foundation and building of new sound, balanced infrastructure. And we were sort of realigning to the things that we really valued, and we were letting go of the things that we didn't value anymore. So those were big, major life changes to sort of set us on a path towards a new life, to create a new story for ourselves. And a new self was sort of being birthed. We were kind of pregnant in 2022 with the new self. 2023 has been the birth of the new self. And so 2023 has been month by month of labor pains, of contractions, of birthing the new self, of this rebirth. And, every month we've been kind of initiated through these tests, and oh my goodness, just to start embodying this new self and embodying the wisdom and experience. And so now we are rounding out the year, and we're pushing through, And, everybody, it doesn't matter if you're Jewish or not, you got this new soul and the atonement and all that in Rosh Hashanah. And now it's like this week we are turbocharging our soul for the year, which will open us up to a greater sense of strength, fulfillment, peace, trust, certainty, joy, even in the midst of discomfort or pain or uncertainty, right? So yeah, the new self is being born, and we're liberating ourselves from so much of the old baggage and old patterns and old ways of thinking and being and the old narratives. And so we're really starting to have more of an affinity with this higher version of self, and we're preparing to sort of head into, so we're like coming online as this new self, and now we're like headed straight into eclipse season. And it's sort of like walking through this like tunnel, this portal into crossing over into the parallel life, the parallel universe, where we are a little bit more further along in the journey, or we can kind of start embodying like that idealized version of that we know we can be inside, and we've been working all this time to try to become the self. And it's like finally, slowly but surely, we're having these little sparks where we're being able to like grab these moments, and that's great. It's like baby steps, right? So we're starting to embody this. We're starting to walk across to the new life, with, where we can be, more expanding into our potential and in alignment with our soul purpose and our calling and our heart's passion and all that and all that stuff. So let me catch my breath. I'm tired. So we're crossing timelines, and eclipse season is around the corner, and it's going to sort of be this divine storm that blows away any of the debris that's left clinging to us even after Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. During this next 24-hour period, between now and tomorrow, we have one last shot at the turbocharged ability to cleanse ourselves and really like transform our negativity with all of that universal power and support behind us. And then the holiday will be over. It'll be culminating on Friday night with an overnight study, an all-nighter of Torah study, and doing it in joy and gladness. So I'll probably be up late watching some Zohar videos and doing some stuff like that, and watching Kabbalah classes. But yeah, so all that to say, we are becoming this new self. We're starting this new chapter of our life where we can write new stories and have new patterns. And so new cycles of love and abundance and opportunity are presenting themselves to us, particularly during eclipse seasons. They bring about sudden and intense change. And so things that need to fall away are going to be stripped away if you're not letting go of them voluntarily. And anything that you kind of cling to that shouldn't be going with you into this next 6 month period, until next, eclipse season. It's like we have these 6 months in between each eclipse season to really manifest. During eclipse season, it's like, hold on, hunker down, just release, peace, release. But yeah, also if you've been releasing and, you've been working on some things, also what's going to happen in eclipse season is that there could be sudden opportunities and momentum in the things that you've been working on. And you might be manifesting some things too by accident. Not new things necessarily. You're not planting new seeds, but things are going to come into culmination and fruition through this time period. So sudden change and major change. We'll just see what happens, right? It can be, it's always change for the good, because everything that's happening is for the ultimate unfoldment and a transcendence of your soul and the realization of self and deeper purpose and all of that. But sometimes it's not comfortable. Sometimes it's not desirable, but it's usually leading us to our ultimate fulfillment, right? And so we just have to learn to accept what's happening and value our long-term fulfillment over our short-term gratification. And I think because of that, there's a good chance that we're going to be maybe attracting true love, or the relationships that we have can deepen because we're showing up to life more authentically and more real. And so we're showing who we really are. And so that's getting rid of the people that don't match, and it's calling in the people that do. And then it's allowing the relationships that we do have to be more, real and go deeper and have more honesty and intimacy. And, that could be in our friendships and our family relationships. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. It's not even necessarily just specifically romantic love coming in. I think that all of our relationships are going to be starting to heal and improve. So good. I mean, the conditions are ripe for true love to come in. The more authentically connected we are with ourselves, the more in love with life we are. And so that means that when we're clear about who we are and what we want, we're sending out a very clear signal. And when we're in love with life and we feel good and we feel right, and we feel that things are in its right place, and we feel this passion and drive, that's magnetic. It's the heart, it's the feeling, it's the desire that draws in the manifestation. So yay, good on ya. All right, what else do we need to know for this week ahead as it pertains to our love lives? Let's see. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh, career and finance. So I think that too, love and money are connected. And, the more that we walk through our fears, the more that we break through these shells of negativity, the more that we reveal that inner light, the more abundant we feel and the more blessing that we can attract in. Because the more we shed our negativity, the more affinity with the light that we have. And the light is abundant. The light has everything. The light is everything, right? And so when we have affinity with the light, we also have abundance and we have everything, right? We already have everything. Just think of it like that. It's like you have a spiritual bank account with everything that you need there. And at the moment that you need it, you can reach for it and it'll be there, right? Sometimes I like to pretend that when I go to the grocery store, I like to pretend that like, oh, all this is mine. This is like my pantry down the street. All I have to do is like just drive over here and get it, So financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So love and money are connected because they're both ruled by Venus. And so Venus rules things like security and pleasure and romance and stability and things that you're devoted to for the long term because they're like true to you and things. So like these things are connected through Venus. But when I say that, I'm not saying that love and money are connected like you need money to have love or anything like that, or you need love to have money, or they are. I mean, there's this connection between the energy, and it has to do with our self-worth and what we're able to receive. And the more security we build in ourselves, then we have more love for ourselves, and then we have healthier, loving relationships. It seems like too, the more secure we are, in a way, we are able to build more security. And we have, we value ourselves. And so, we are in alignment with jobs that also value us. If we're in situations where like we hate our work and we think we're being drained and like we get like caught up in negative cycles and loops and emotional baggage around that in our job, then it can start to like put a wet blanket on our desire and our drive, and it's low vibration. And so it starts affecting our money. But that low vibration is also affecting like our attractiveness to love and romance as well. Not only that, it's like, think about it. If you have like terrible money problems, and like it does affect your relationships. It can, most certainly, and it can affect what you're able to provide in your relationships, or the way that you're able to show up in them, or the the feeling of having independence within the relationships, the ability to be able to take care of yourself and not get trapped in any situation, right? And so it's always a good idea to make your finances healthy. And I think that can spill over also into your love life and take a lot of pressure off of that too. It's like, I think that you can have a happy relationship if you don't have a lot of money, and you can love one another, and you can, every relationship, love takes work, right? And there's going to be stress either way, right? So it's not to say that you can't have love without money. It's just to say that it makes things a lot easier, or at least gives you a solid, secure base and like things to build on if you have security. So if your love life is stagnant right now, there could be blocks with your finances, right? With something about how you are, like your relationship with money. Are you able to receive money fully without guilt or shame, or without blocking it away? Are you, is that flow open, or do you feel like you have to control it? Are you controlling around it? So think about those dynamics and like how they might reflect on one another, because a lot of times if you work on one area, you kind of start having insights and like breakthroughs in the other. And maybe, if you've been working on relationship stuff for a long time and you're not getting the results that you want, maybe focus on career and finance for a minute, and take the pressure off of that focus on the love. And they're both connected, so they'll both help each other. If the more you heal one, the other one kind of like starts to heal too. All right, let's get another card for the week. I love it. Love and money. All right. But I feel like maybe like a windfall or a breakthrough is coming through with the finances as well, because the eclipse season is happening. I think it's bringing in a lot of opportunity and a lot of change. Ooh, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Like we've been talking about, it's the desire that makes you magnetic for love and money. So, have fun, get out and dance and go run and get on that runner's high. Eat well, take a nice luxurious bath, do things that make you feel like nurtured, and romance yourself. I love to like have good smelling candles going. I grew little zinnias and things so I could have cute little flowers around me. Do things in your life that make you feel enhanced. Stoke your own passion, stoke your own fires. But yeah, allow your heart to sing, and all of that excitement and joy and lightheartedness is going to perpetuate more magnetism. And it's a recipe for love and money, right? Okay. One last oracle card, and then we'll clarify with the John Holland Tarot of the Psychic Heart. Ooh, pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So go slow, because passion can cause you to be reactive. Sometimes reaction or reactivity isn't just coming from fear. Sometimes it's coming from excitement. Sometimes it's coming from wanting to jump on an opportunity while you can. Like, we want the timeshare. So take it slow. Don't do anything too suddenly. Watch your patterns too. Pay attention to your own red flags right now. Right now is all about rebirthing the self, right? So pay attention when your patterns and your default settings start to come up around your patterns with money and your patterns with love. As you amplify and as you raise your vibration, it's like so much, things are just going to be attracted to you. It's like a light bulb. You turn on a bright light outside on the front porch, bugs are going to be all over it. There's no discriminating like what kinds of bugs land on the light. We love Luna moths. We only want Luna moths. And you're going to get like all kinds of things. So same with us. When our light brightens, we start attracting all kinds of things. And, you know, sometimes there are, you know, things that are more in alignment than others. And sometimes unsavory situations are attracted to the opportunity, right? So be discerning, take your time, pay attention to red flags, and pay attention to when you start to trip up into your old triggers and patterns. And, you know, don't just bypass them, face them and see, like, look into that. Be like, okay, the more you recognize a pattern and observe it, the less likely you are to just go back into that default setting. Because it's like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're like, oh, what is my motivation for this? Like, where does that really come from? And the more that you realize that, it's like the more you're like, I don't need to just be like in reactive mode. I'm not like in my base instincts. I'm not like an animal. I am a divine human being. I choose with sovereignty, right? So go slow and watch for your red flags and then be like, oh my gosh, what a pleasure. I can finally take care of this. It's like, when things present to you like that with discomfort and like, in a triggering moment, it's your instinct is to want to look away, avoid, anesthetize. But really, if you look right at it and deal with it, then it's such a gift because you can get the assignment over with and it like propels your healing so much faster than if you avoid it. Okay. What do we need to know? Let's get some clarity on true love. I got the cheesy, greasy tarot of the psychic heart. The cheesiest artwork, only comparable to the romance oracle angels. Okay. I hope the artist isn't watching my channel. The odds. Okay. Oh my gosh. True love. These 3 cards came out. What are they? Let's take them all. Observe. 12. So we got Hanged Man here. Hanged Man. I love that this came up during Sukkot because I had a new layer of the way I saw the Hanged Man card recently. And so the Hanged Man is a moment of a pause or a seeming pause in activity in order for you to sort of turn your life upside down or get a new perspective on something so that you can sort of like have a spiritual revelation about it and have some healing. Well, I think the Hanged Man, I feel like came up in one of our readings recently, and I thought it was really convenient. Oh, I think it was last Friday. It was during Sukkot, I think, high holiday, Shabbat times. But it was just reminding me that we're in this like really special time period right now where we can get so much spiritual alchemy done. We can turn so much of our lead into gold. We can transform. We can transcend our ego and heal and balance and you know, reveal more of that inner light that's already there and just shed away what's in the way, right? It's like chipping away at the marble to reveal the David that's already inside. So yes, there is this particular window in time right now that it's offering us this moment of self-realization and spiritual realization and soul transcendence. And it's kind of a miraculous moment of extra support in that ability to change if you're really sincere and you're really trying. Oh, trust. We've got the Fool. So we have this moment to reflect and envision what we want for our spiritual new year to come. And really what this new journey, this new leg of life is going to be like. And we're starting out the Fool, right? We've got a new beginning, major arcana cards here. So major life change, major life reset. Trusting that, and it's like 1 + 2 is 3, the Trinity, right? And then it's like yeah, I don't know. I keep seeing little things like counting down, like 3, 2, 1, blast off kind of moment. But this is going forward unencumbered by our baggage from the past, right? The Fool has not but a knapsack, and go forward unencumbered by old fears, old narratives, old stories, right? It's like this person is just like, I'm free to go forward without my old baggage, with joy, right? And not anticipating the same problems, but being wise enough to recognize those red flags. And then joy and stability. We've got the Four of Wands here, which is the wands is a suit of spirit. And so this is a renewal of spirit, a renewal of passion, a time of harmony and peace and serenity and well-being. This is also the marriage card. So things going to a deeper level, or maybe even a graduation or something along that lines, but definitely happy times, good times of abundance and well-being and celebration in new starts. And so this is also sort of like the marriage, the divine marriage of the inner self and the material self, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, right? The inner and the outer. Being able to embody these spiritual insights and virtues in the way that we live and move and have our being in the world. All right, let's get a little bit of clarity on career and finance. What is the context around this? Ooh, okay. Ooh. There's a few cards that flipped. Let's see what the story is. So, share the love, career and finance. 3 of Cups. I mean, this is celebrating. This is engagement, birth announcements, pregnancies, things to celebrate, graduations. So I feel like with the energy of the windfall coming in, there may also be like a couple of people that you have to collaborate with on maybe something, or but something about like collaborating and celebrating like a small milestone. The 3s are like the first level of completion. They haven't gone forward yet into full, like we're not even halfway through to 9. It's the first third. So if you're looking at the numerology, then 6 would be a second phase of completion. 9 would be the third phase, and 10 is like the overflow. So first phase of completion, share the love, 3 of Cups, about celebrating, getting together. This is sometimes about like getting together with friends and going and having drinks. This could also be third party issues. So approaching the eclipse, if there are like third party issues in your life, they could be affecting your finances, or the finances themselves could be a third party issue in your life. Meaning that means that it's not always that there's like 3 people in a love triangle. It can be a factor that is affecting your love life that keeps you from being a priority in a romantic relationship, or you have another priority that prevents the other person from being a priority for you as a romantic relationship. So the finances and career could be creating the third party situation, meaning finances affecting your love life is like playing out the pattern of being a third party if you aren't being prioritized because of money, or if someone isn't being prioritized because of money. It could be similar to, comparable to other patterns. Does that make sense? Let's see what the other cards are that are coming up. So third eye chakra, and the moon is facing fears, but also things that you are not aware of. So things that are maybe coming from the subconscious patterns, subconscious motivating drives that were previously out of your awareness are maybe coming into your awareness, because we have third eye chakra. But also the moon, like the moon governs like our psychic powers. And it's associated with the sacral chakra down here, which is like the astral realms of dreams. And so maybe pay attention to your literal dreams right now. You could be very intuitive or like enhancing psychic gifts, but things that have been hidden to you about maybe things in your subconscious or your patterns are coming forward, and you're being able to see them now. And so now it's time to confront the truth. It's time to look at your shadow and see it fully and recognize it fully, so you can choose with free will and with consciousness, instead of just like reactively in an effect consciousness running through patterns over and over and over again. Also, if there is like third party energy, you may have an insight about it, or the truth might come out, like maybe even through eclipse season. It's like I don't usually go into like specific storylines. I steer away from like sensationalism sometimes, but then I think, am I holding back information that I should be saying? I don't know. Sometimes it's a tough one to call. And then coming together, Two of Cups. So confronting relationship patterns, especially third party, because what we want is two. Coming together, Two of Cups. This is about new bonds, right? New, deeper friendships, deeper love relationships. This is about two individuals meeting who really see eye to eye, and it could be a deep friendship or it could be romantic, but it's like two people that are equally yoked that are coming into like a deeper bond together. So it could be the beginning of new relationships, but it's definitely new relationship cycles. And what was we were talking about? Did this have to do with career and finance? I lost track. I think so. I think that was all career and finance. Oh yeah, it was all related. So yeah, as we heal our career and heal these issues around that, like we heal the things that have been blocking maybe like new love from coming in, or better relationships or healthier relationships, or it could deepen our love bonds. Okay, what do we need to know about passion? What do we need to know about passion? Anything we need to be aware of or on the lookout for or watch out for? Ooh, okay, here we go. We got another like little 3B here. All right, I see four of Pentacles here. So this Four of Pentacles is kind of like, it can be closed off energy. Like sometimes it's about building security, especially when it comes to money. Like Four of Pentacles can be a little bit miserly and it can be controlling around finances, or from a healthy perspective, it can be establishing security and balance and a good sturdy foundation with finances. Otherwise, this is a call to open your heart chakra, because it could be blocked. And if your heart chakra is blocked, then you're blocking out money and love as well, and creativity. So this is depicting a man. Actually, is this Four of Cups? I get confused with this deck because of the, it's different. The cups aren't, or the suits aren't the same. Oh yeah, Pentacles is red. Either way, Four of Cups is kind of the same energy. It's blocked off. Four of Cups is like, oh my God. So with passion. So it's like you've lost your passion. You've lost your zest. It's like you're sort of focused on, you know, some of the things that are dissatisfying you instead of the new thing that wants to come in, or the new, like, renewed sense of spirit. In traditional tarot, there's a character sitting under a tree, and he's like pouting and like brooding and looking at 3 cups, but he doesn't see that, like, Ace of Cups, the big Ace of Cups grail, is being offered behind him, but he's just totally closed off to that. Over here being a 3 of Cups of third party energy. And yeah, and so it's like, again, offering something to someone who is emotionally unavailable, right? Or are you being emotionally unavailable? Or are like, do you just need to get your zest for life and your passion restoked because you're tired, you know, or you've been like hacking at it all year, you know, in these labor pains, trying to give birth to yourself, and you're exhausted. Like, I can't do it anymore. You gotta, this is just the new beginning. So stoke your passion, reawaken to that. Healing begins. We've got 6 of Swords here. So this is about coming through, you know, the difficulty and reigniting your passion. The 6 of Swords is moving past, you know, a difficult situation, and you're on your way to, like, you know, better seas, better shores, you know, better days. So healing is beginning. We're past the point of the 5s at the 6. The 5s are conflict and change. And so it's like we've gone through the conflict and, you know, all of the major, like, uprooting, and now it's about healing and just putting the pieces back together. And this came out in our alchemy reading for the middle of the week too. It was about, the darkening card was about being ready for the healing work. Having been through the experience already. It's not the rock bottom. It's like just after the rock bottom, but just before the star card. And we have daydreams and decisions, 7 of Cups. So think about, like, as you are, don't get lost in passionate fantasy, but at the same time, get really clear on your most passionate vision and use your imagination and to get clear on, like, what that is that you're calling in. Use it to create in your mind, narrowing down your options, like getting clear on, okay, what are your non-negotiables? What are your deal breakers? What are things like that? Think about it, daydream, call it into being. Like the third eye chakra was here, like envision it. And get the passion stoked so that you're putting out a clear signal and you're feeling it like it was already there, like it's already exists, right? And that passion, that's going to magnetize it. It's going to draw it in. All right. So freaking tired, you guys. Okay, so pay attention to red flags. All right, this is a big one. What do we need to know here? So believe and succeed. So I think that, so this is the 6 of Wands. This is victory. This is overcoming, you know, spiritual trials and battles and coming out victorious and strong. So this is energy too, to go forward and be able to persevere through the rest of, you know, the journey. And there's going to be challenges ahead. So I think that this is really just giving us hope and encouragement that we're doing a good job, and to keep going and keep trying to see through our old patterns and our old default settings. We're getting better at spotting red flags and, like, calling a spade at what it is and pushing through and moving forward and not getting trapped going around in circles anymore. All right, you guys, I'm calling it there. I hope y'all find a lot of love in your lives this week. Ciao.